Alright, so we basically finished that cab corner and we're on to the last one. Fun stuff. We also have a couple body mounts we gotta do, and I want to retouch that footwell. We'll see how much stuff we can get done. Welcome to Iowa Stable Garage. So, just a quick overview. This is what we got going on right now. We got this guy. He's all done up there, basically, other than that little floor patch. He's done. He's done. Pretty much this entire side right here is done. Same goes for this side. We have this bottom corner right there that has to be done, and then this. Then we can work on our cab mounts and that footwell. So it's a little bit of work yet, but it's mostly concentrated in this one little... And you know what? There's no time like the present. So what I think we're going to do first is cut this outer skin off, kind of like what we did on that side. We're going to make a new skin for it all together, but with this skin off, it really lets me get in here, remove all this. I think that's the best course of action to go about it. This side's also a lot more rotten than the other one was at the bottom, so we're likely going to have to cut it right at the hinge and bring the whole piece down instead of doing little pieces. There, now that I'm done with the happy axe down here and up there, I think we got to some good steel that we can actually start to, fabricate and rebuild this. Main reason why I'm doing the support on this side, because the floor was kind of finished there. I didn't really like the way the pocket was designed. I want a more square pocket, and now that we're not running a 5.4, I can attribute a little bit more space to it. So that's what we're going to do. A little bit more space for, the old stompers there. So it should work out pretty good. So first things first, we got to basically build that floor pan again. So let's get at it. All right. So now that this is all basically blown apart, let's start working on this section right here. Let's get him pretty much notched up. Basically just a big L shape. That's what we're going for. So let's start banging that guy up. All right, so this is what we got going on here. Skadoosh. She'll just kind of come in like this. We'll weld that guy up. Nice, easy peasy. Then we can make our floor, add our brace, all that stuff. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to Zeus this guy in right here, get this guy out of the way, and then we can start working up there. go. That's looking a lot better than, you know, whatever that was before. So now we just got to make the sheet that kind of slides up in here and curls in. That won't be rocket science to do. Gonna do a little bit of CAD likely on that guy. Just zing him out on that, slide him in. Well, there we go. I think that's a much better floor pan, cab corner type dealy, whatever you want to call it, than what I was rocking before. Looks a lot better too. So now we can start to lay the actual groundwork, you know, wherever that piece is. Ah, there it is inside there. Do the same that we did on that guy, lay him down, then we can bring that curl in. It's really coming together. You know, sometimes you have to take in consideration as you're building things, just where the thing started out from in the beginning. Because there's a lot of people that say, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do this. Or, you know, I want it to be this thing. But in the end of the day, it all depends on what you start out with. For example, this old International truck, when we got it, it was basically all holes, all Bondo. And now, you know, there's still holes and stuff, but now we have cab corners, rockers, everything. The floor is nice and solid. It's more solid than most of the vehicles on the road around here. And that just goes to show you, with a little bit of time and effort, you can pretty much get anything going back to the shape that it used to be, or at least operational shape. Nothing's truly dead. Nothing's truly worthless if you want to put a little bit of effort into it. And, you know, the old International chassis swap, if you can still call it that, kind of snowballed way out of hand since we started. But if you want to call it that, you know, this International's prime example. Rotting away up in a small town in Quebec, just behind some guy's barn, never going to be seen again, just in parts, was likely used as a parts truck for someone else. We came along, snagged it up, got it to where it is today. Give it another 2-3 months of solid work, it's really going to be something to show at, I think. We'll see. And I think we're really going to have something to be proud of at the end of the day. Alright, so next up, it's time to make this little triangle that goes in right here. That's basically the inner part, so you don't see anything. Let's get that done before we reskin this guy, and that should wrap up that corner. Awesome. Alright, so we got this fella hot tacked in. He's not going anywhere. Now what we can do is we can make this cover panel whoosh, 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 just like the other one. Not bad. That's not bad at all. As soon as we cut these guys in, it should fit like a glove. Awesome. let me get something to scribe those in, these guys, and we should be able to slide this guy right on top, weld him in. All right, so, you know, I screwed up just a little bit. Forgot to film, but we got this guy all tacked in now. That's what you guys meant. Not too bad, all said and done. Basically, we just got to finish weld the entire thing on 3 sides. Once these are finished welded, I can cut and butt that guy. We're going to have to add a little tiny cover piece down here. Not a big deal. I might even be able to wail on that just a little bit, kind of scoot them in. But that's going to basically wrap that part up. So I don't think it's going to be too bad at all. So I'm going to set you guys up. I'm going to start blazing some beads in here. I also got this back little corner piece to do. So we got a little bit of piecework, but not too bad. Let's start finish welding. We're doing so good on this fella. I think what we're going to do, we're going to keep the momentum rolling. Got just a little bit more finish welding to do up on that, but I can piece that in a second. What I really want to do is start working on those front cab mounts. Now, I was thinking, you know, we really would like to keep the exact same type of bracing going all the way through, but we're out of chip trailer now. It's official. We only got small segments. It won't work. We got this section of, I think it's 2x4 steel. It's 1/8 inch wall. It's the same stuff I think that we use for the frame. It's a little thick, but I think if we half it down the middle on both sides, that's going to give us plenty of real estate. You see what I mean? On both sides, we can fine tune it per and then put her in. I think that's going to work out some slick. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to start out by zinging this guy up and down. We got to modify it slightly per the uniqueness on both sides. That's not a big deal, but we're going to first start by slicing this guy in half. Let's get to it. All right, now that we got the 2 halves right here and here, it's time to try, you know, fitting her up. Just kind of moving things around, you know, because I don't need the whole length. Just got to measure out some things, get this guy so he lays flat. We might have to add a nice little extension piece on this end. Not a big deal. As long as it's flat, that's basically what I'm going for. Minus a little bit of piece welding, you know, here and there, and finishing up the main part of the cab mounts, we got some good structure. Now, I'm going to let you guys in on a little bit of a treat. We're going to clean all this stuff real quick, take the chains off, and just gently sit the cab down, see how we did, see how everything lines up. I think it's going to do super good. If we have any issues, we have issues. Not a big deal. That being said, we'll have to flip it back up right after, but I'm curious. Let's see if curiosity killed the cat. Let's clean up. All right, let me unclasp this fella, and then we're gonna try to, see how it looks. All right, so now it's in mousetrap mode. Let's see if we survive mousetrap mode here. I'm hoping we do. He does it. Stuck on something. Oh, we're stuck on rocker corner, cab corner, a whole bunch of stuff. So that needs to come my way. There. Now it should come. All right, now we just gotta scoot the whole entire thing forward. We gotta trim the inside of the front mounts just a touch, not a lot. But all said and done, it actually came together pretty darn good. And it's not gonna touch the bottom of the fronts because there's supposed to be that cushion, that gap. Right now there's no gap in it, no cushion. I think that turned out pretty darn slick. Oh yeah, it's starting to look like a truck again. Can't lie about that. That's what I was talking about down here. We just got to trim this end just a little bit, but we're going to bevel that up anyway. They're not done. They're just done for now. And then we have to work on the frame side a little bit. So the next video, we're likely just going to wrap up all the little things on the cab that we have to do in this install, this scenario. So my weld seam here, my cab mounts, just kind of clean those. We got a little bit of floor work. We got one door pocket that still has to be done. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's over there in that back corner. You see that little black spot? That guy right there. But then after that, fellas, after we get the cab completely squared up, I think what we're going to do before we jump on the bed, all that stuff, we're just going to polish up the frame. After the frame, we're going to work on that front end. We're going to get that done because I really want to see that entire truck all done up. And then we got the little bit of bed welding and all that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Not too many more times that this cab's going to have to be lifted off for this entire build. And we're counting down the days. I can't believe it. It's really coming together. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys in the next one really, really soon. Polishing up this cab, and then we can move on to other things. Exciting stuff. See you guys.